Hey guys, it's Janae. Welcome back to another YouTube video. I had a couple ideas on what I wanted to talk about, but I think what I want to talk about today, I want to talk about relationships and but knowing your worth, in relationships that you pursue or are in. I know I made a video about stop comparing yourself and know your worth, but it's so important, to know your worth first. Before you get into relationships. That's super important, because when you're not sure of yourself, then whoever you're in a relationship with, you'll try to find your value and your worth from the things that person says or does. And so when he may not do the things that you would want him to do for you, and if he says things about you that are hurtful, then it will affect you and your self-esteem and your worth if you're not sure in yourself before getting to a relationship. And you'll end up being in relationships like that, with people who don't value you, if you don't know your own worth first. That's super important. And also, I want to say, knowing that, you'll know what you deserve, and you don't deserve to be treated like the last option, and you don't deserve to be treated bad in a relationship. That's not what you deserve. And don't ever think that you deserve an abusive man, or a man that only talks down on you. You don't deserve that. And I also wanted to say, this advice, it's so true, and it's so crazy, just how true it is. But in a relationship, for if a guy wanted to, he would. If he wanted to, he would. And it's so true. If he wanted to actually label the relationship, he would. If he actually wanted to pursue you, he would. If he actually wanted to text you, if he actually wanted to, take you out on a date, or give you roses, flowers, whatever, he would. The fact that he's not doing that is because he doesn't want to do it. And us ladies, we always I feel we're always oh, making up excuses and kind of rationalizing men's behavior, or kind of us trying so hard for a relationship to work, and us pursuing. And we shouldn't be chasing after a man. We shouldn't be pursuing a man, at least in my opinion. Guys like the chase. They like to pursue a woman that they want to be with. And you just gotta, let them pursue you, and let them chase you and court you. And we just need to wait for that guy that God will bring in our lives, that will see us and be oh my gosh, she's the only one I want to pursue, and she's the only one I have eyes for. And God will bring that man into your life. You just have to wait, and he will bring that one person into your life that sees your worth and sees your value and sees how amazing you are. We need to, us as women, we should not waste our own time and energy trying to make a relationship work and that, you know, the man, like, could care less about, like, if he's not putting any effort or work into the relationship, it's because he doesn't want to. If he really wanted to, he would. Like, he would continually, you know, make it known that, like, he wants you and only you. And, like, that piece of advice is so, like, is so good, because, like, it's so true. Like, if he really wanted to pick up the phone and call you, he would. Like, and I don't know, it's just like, we just need to, like, I get it. It's like, we as you know, women, like, bringing in, like, psychology into all of this, our there's an area in our brain called the limbic system, and that's made up of, like, the amygdala, the hippocampus, other structures like that. And but what the limbic system, like, does basically is it processes our emotions. That's, like, the, you know, overarching, like, function of the limbic system in our brains. And it is known that, like, women have larger, like, that area is larger than men's limbic systems, which makes a lot of sense, because we as women, you know, are very in tune with our emotions. Like, we understand, like, I feel like we know what we want, and we know how to, like, process our emotions and, like, you know, like, say what's on our mind and, like, you know, speak how we feel. But for guys, it's so hard. Like, it's a lot harder for them to, like, put their feelings into words, and, like, kind of, you know, express their emotions. But do not use that as an excuse as to, like, why he's acting, like, why he's not acting right. Because there are men out there that, like, they may not know, like, how to, like, speak their emotions, but they act in a way that, and behave in a way that, like, you know that, like, they love you, and, like when they're continually pursuing you and, like, doing things that, like, make you know that, like, they do, like, you know, love you, and they may not know how to, like, form it into words, but at the end of the day, actions speak louder, so much louder than words. And the things that they do, like, that speaks volumes. Like, if they're doing things that, like, show you that they love them, that they love you, like, he's a keeper. Like, that's amazing. And but if he's showing you, if he's behaving in a way that, like, doesn't show love, and, like, he never, like, wants to hang out, or he never, like, really cares about just, like, little things in your life that you go through, or, like, or, you know, things that, like, you're super interested in and he could care less about, like, just, like, little things like that. Like, if he's behaving in a way that, like, doesn't reflect the things that he's saying, then see those behaviors and know that, like, those behaviors are who he is. Like, his words, if he's saying, like, oh, I love you, and then not showing or behaving in a way that, like, shows that he loves you, trust the behaviors, not the words. But yeah, but also, what I was gonna say is, like, I've seen, like, and know, like, there's guys that, like, you know, may not be able to, like, express, like, you know, fully, like, their emotions or things like that, but, like, they know what they want and they pursue what they want. So don't, like, make that as an excuse, like, oh, guys don't know how to, like, you know, really process their emotions. Not really, they don't, but I know for a fact that, like, when a guy knows what he wants, like, he'll go after what he wants. And if he's not, you know, doing that for you and putting in, you know, pursuing you and chasing you, like, then he doesn't want you, and that is okay. Like, it might hurt, but, you know, you don't want a man that, like, you know, doesn't really want you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want a man that, like, doesn't treat you the way that, like, you know you deserve to be treated, you know? And you will find that man that, like, will treat you the way that you deserve. And, but yeah, you just gotta cut ties with those kinds of people, because, you know, you deserve so much better, and so much better is out there for you. And there's a guy out there that will want to pursue you. And yeah, just that phrase, like, if he wanted to, he would, like, I stick by that so much. Like, if he really wanted to, like, he would text you, he would call you, he would pursue you, like, if he really wanted to. Like, it's so true, and it's so crazy, like, how true, like, it is. Like, when you just, like, be more, like, aware of that, kind of, like, advice when, like, you're talking to, like, a guy or something like that, like, just be more aware of that and kind of, like, see that. And, like, it's just so true. Like, and you don't want a guy that, like, doesn't want to do anything for you. It doesn't show that he loves you. Like, you don't want to be the only one putting in the effort, and the time, and yeah, like, you don't want that, and I don't want that for you. But yeah, just know that. And, you know, when you do know your value and your worth and you're strong in that, you know, you won't be, yes, it's, like, sad, like, dang, like, you know, I really did like him, but, you know, when you realize that, like, if he wanted to, he would, and you realize that, like, he is not doing anything, like, for you, and, like, to show that he actually, like, loves you, when you're strong in who you are, like, in your worth, it won't be wavered. Like, you will still have your worth and your value. Just because he doesn't like you doesn't mean that you're any less valuable. Like, it doesn't. Like, that one boy does not define who you are. Not at all. Like, yeah, please do not get your worth in men in relationships. Like, that is not the way to go, because you will be heartbroken every time. Even if it is a fruitful relationship, people aren't perfect, and they will let you down, and sometimes they'll slip, like, they'll make mistakes, and, you know, and sometimes, like, this could be another, this might be another video about, like, relationships, but, like, sometimes we have this, like, you know, certain way, like, we hope for him or her to, like, be, and, like, if they don't meet up to, you know, our expectations, then, like, we feel some type of way, and, like, we feel sad, or, like, you know, frustrated, but, and that, like, kind of wavers us too, and kind of, like, makes us feel some type of way about ourselves, and it's like, am I doing enough? Like, what's wrong? Like, is there something wrong with me? Like, it makes you, like, you know, go down that spiral. And it's just important not to have those, like, kind of unrealistic expectations going into a relationship. But I'll probably talk more about, like, that kind of, like, stuff in another video. Yeah, my point in this video is to say, again, if he wanted to, he would. And if he wanted to, he would. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, guys are, like, they're pretty simple. Not in, like, I'm not trying to say that in, like, a condescending way. But but I feel like us as women, like, we're a little bit more complicated. So like their simplicity, like, we make it complicated, you know what I mean? Which is why, like, sometimes we're like, guys are so like complicated, and like, I mean, they are, but like I think it's mostly just because I feel like it's because we ourselves are complicated, so we make it more complicated than it should be. But it's so simple, like, literally, if he wanted to, he would. Simple as that. And yeah, period. And I'm gonna end this video right here because I need to go, because I have to go somewhere right now. But I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. I'm gonna do more relationship videos too, and like more psychology with that, psychology and relationships and things like that. Yeah, because I like talking about that kind of stuff. And yeah, so if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day or beautiful night, whichever. And I'll see you next time. Bye.